Angela Luchivia, very, very inspirational story there indeed, from how she started off the accident and the loss, but just never looked back, always looked at the glass as half full. From those dark days to very bright future, where she currently is the Kenya Basketball Federation Secretary General, running the show and passionately behind all that is happening within the basketball scene. Clearly calling out the difference there in terms of focus on the ever-growing and fast-growing 3x3 basketball in the country, and of course the five-a-side basketball championships or the basketball tournaments. Congratulations, Angela, and as I always say, sky should never be the limit, but sky should be the stepping stone to greater heights. Welcome back. We are now shifting gears and keeping an eye on what's happening at the rugby football, union grounds at Ngong Road, where we have the Africa Sevens, Africa Women's Sevens Championships that are going on there. Usual suspects, the powerhouses in rugby sevens, already stamping the authority with very, very high scores. Earlier on, Ghana welcomed in Ivory Coast with a 57-0 scoreline. Then, Zimbabwe beat Mauritius by 29 points to 5 before Uganda, hammered Burkina Faso by 50 points to 0. Then South Africa welcomed Mauritius with another hiding 68 points to nothing. And Kenya Lionesses also giving Ivory Coast a rude welcome by beating them by 44 points to nothing. The usual suspects stamping the authority and getting off to very good wins. South Africa, Kenya, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Ghana. Remember, it's happening along Ngong Road, and you can be part of that action as we quickly look into how that will be panning out. We'll get to know who the Africa Sevens Women's Sevens champion will be tomorrow afternoon, as the curtains will be coming down. Many teams in the country for the same, and wishing the team that will carry the day to be seen. All the best to the teams taking part in this. We now shift focus into matters athletics, and today, at the Windsor Golf and Country Club, we had the inaugural Windsor Mini Marathon taking place within Windsor Windsor Golf and Country Club Hotel. That's along, Thika Road. And it came up very well. A loop of 5 kilometers. We had the 5-kilometer run and, of course, the 10-kilometer run with some of the big names having ever graced the Kenyan athletic scene, the likes of Daniel Komen, Douglas Waikuhuri being part of the same. But not to talk much about it, because we have guests in studio who will unpack why this initiative came up and, of course, how it went down. Was it as per expectations, or are they just looking at this as a start of many more to come in terms of the Windsor Mini Marathon? Let me take the opportunity to introduce the guests with me in studio. I'll go to my immediate right, where we have with us Mr. James Ratos, who is the General Manager, Windsor Golf, Windsor Golf and Country Club Hotel here in Nairobi. James, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, and thank you for having us.
Karibu sana.
Yeah.
We will be talking much more about the run shortly. To my left, we have with us, a gentleman who needs no introduction from an athletics point of view. A coach, walking race. He's done all. Some of the big names to have come out of athletics also have passed through his hands, and also very, very passionate when it comes to matters road running. He knows it when it comes to matters terrains, matters course, and everything. Mr. George Karaoke from Athletics Kenya with us. George, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Alpha.
Nice having you in studio once again.
We are home.
You are home. Thank you very much. And for sure, you are home. Thank you very much for making time. I'll start with you, Mr. Ratos, as the General Manager, Windsor Golf and Country Club Hotel, where you've just had the Windsor Mini Marathon, the inaugural Windsor Mini Marathon happening this morning. What inspired, the whole idea of having, a mini marathon at Windsor?
Okay. So what inspired us, we wanted to introduce our jogging track. We have a very beautiful jogging track in the Windsor Forest. You run between indigenous trees. The air is really fresh air. And we said one of the best ways to get Nairobians to enjoy this facility is, first of all, let's try this marathon. And this will bring people to us. People will be able to experience our course. And we reached out to George, and George had a look at the track, and he inspired us because he said, this track is really fantastic. And we said, okay, let's do this. Let's get Nairobians, let's get them to Windsor, let them come and experience Windsor and our jogging track, 5 kilometers and 10 kilometers. The main point behind it is not only during competitions like this, but we want people to come every day in the evening, after work, early morning, come and experience Windsor. So once we got the blessings of Mr. Kariuki, we said, let's plan for it.
As we, plan for, as you planned for the same, Mr. Karaoke, you are very, very passionate. You understand the course and looking at how everything runs. Were you impressed with the course, the race course that's within Windsor? The forest, Mr. Ratos has just mentioned fresh air, and I can imagine running in the forest. Were you impressed with the terrain?
Yes, thank you. I was really impressed. In fact, when we had a walk around the terrain, we had a walk around the tracks, we realized that this is the best place that we can have our athletes even training, leave alone the amateurs, also the elites who prepare for major races outside the country, and it's a good place for them to train. And that's one of the motivation that took us to deciding that we better have a small event that people will have a feel of the ground. And I can assure you that those who attended this event today, though most of them are amateurs and mainly members of the club, and also children from the neighboring community, we had a fantastic race, and I can assure you this will go a long way and possibly have big names coming to run and to train at Windsor.
Wow, I mean, when you talk about such terrains, it reminds me of very good moments of run, and of course, talking about the forest, beautiful fresh air, Mr. Ratos, for the same, you've clearly put it that you wanted to create awareness for, the track that you've beautifully put in at the Windsor Country and Golf Club. The question is, did you meet your objectives? Were you impressed by the turnout, 400 plus turning out? Is it something that you'd seen, or you were, even surprised by the turnout?
No, we were definitely impressed with the turnout. We were very happy with the turnout being our first event. We were thinking we'll get about 250, right? So we got 400. But what we also did, we created a really nice day out of it. We finished the race at one of our restaurants, which is inside the forest. We had some nice entertainment for both. We had a live band, bouncing castles for children. We were serving the runners breakfast, and they had a really good day. And they were able to see what we have at Windsor at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah, so it actually exceeded our expectation, and we got good support. We had three sponsors, by the way. We got some 3 sponsors from Techno, who gave the winners were getting very nice prizes. Guys were winning state-of-the-art phones, and then we had
I can as well be a winner.
Absolutely.
On a light note, yes.
Absolutely. Then we had a company that deals in pasta. They are called Santa Maria. They came on board. They are the ones who gave each and every runner a T-shirt like the one
kit.
I'm wearing, a running kit. Then we had EB, who are bicycle. They do electric bikes. So people had an opportunity to sample the electric bikes, and they were running promotions for those who want to buy bikes. But So we got that, and along the way, when we started talking about our marathon, we had quite a number of people who were interested. They were like, "Can we come in?" And we said, "Okay, this thing is interesting. Huh? Kenyans are very passionate about running at the moment." That's what we discovered, and we saw, okay, in future maybe maybe we can do 3 events in a year, and grow it, and like George has said. It's a very nice track for people to come and practice, both the amateurs and the professionals. So that's our target. We would like to get people come and train at Windsor when they're preparing for the big marathons, Boston, Berlin, New York, and London. So that's one of the targets we're also looking at, and we will put together a program with George on how we can train athletes who want to go for the bigger marathons. Yeah.
George, a very, very noble idea indeed from what Windsor Country and Golf Club have done in terms of just creating the running culture, which seems to be gaining popularity in the country and more so within Nairobi. I know you and the rest of the officials within Nairobi branch, Athletics Kenya, must be very happy because we are seeing running tracks. Now Windsor has come up with one. You have Karura, Arboretum, and the list is endless. We are seeing a running culture that is, quickly spreading within the city. Does this make you guys at Athletics Kenya, Nairobi branch, very, very happy with what you're saying?
I can assure you we are extremely happy as Athletics Kenya, not only Nairobi, but Athletics Kenya as a running nation. And one thing that has really, really impressed us is that Windsor have started giving back to the community. We have this program, the youth program run by our chairman, Barnabas Korir, all over the country, and where we are tapping talent through the youth. Windsor has picked a school within the locality, the community, and it's a primary school, downtrodden, that school where children would never think of even lifting a golf stick. and now we are having them, and they are doing it. Amazingly, they have incorporated running into the club, not only golfing.
Let me pick it from that point, George, because you've brought it up, and the way Windsor is coming up, Mr. Ratos, it looks like it's not just athletics. You're bringing in the sporting culture. He's mentioned athletics, he's mentioned the golf. I've been to the club and I've seen very, very interesting and very, very state-of-the-art infrastructure in terms of what has been put in. Are you looking at, just creating a culture where sports becomes a hub within Windsor, because you've even put in a restaurant within the forest, which means as you take your walk, you can as well make a stop and enjoy anything that you want down there.
Yeah, you got it spot on. We are really promoting sports. Windsor has always been known for golf, but we are now promoting, apart from this athletics we are talking about today, we have got tennis courts, lawn tennis. We have 3 at the moment. We are going to add another 2, but state-of-the-art, with the intentions of hosting international lawn tennis tournaments in Kenya, focused on the children. Okay, the adults can participate as well, but international tennis, and we are putting up a beach volleyball patch at Windsor. So we will also going to introduce beach volleyball, and then again host international tournaments for beach volleyball. So I think we'll be the first beach volleyball pitch in Nairobi. However, like George mentioned, we have this school we have adopted called Marurui, and we brought 100 children from that school, and we brought all the professionals from Athletics Kenya, from Volleyball Federation, and from lawn tennis. we spent a day with them, and we had a selection process. We took them through some training. We went through some games with them and selected 30 from the ages of 6 to 14, because we realized, one, there's a lot of talent in Kenya, and especially when people are given the opportunity. So these children would have never ever dreamed of stepping foot at Windsor, let alone playing golf. Today they're playing golf, but we looked at, when you mix these three sports together, the beach volleyball gives an opportunity to balance themselves, tennis gives them a chance to know how to do their arm swings, and marathon gives them the stamina. When you mix these three and you now bring them into golf, they will end up being very good. I mean, today the children from Marurui performed very well. I think they won 2 out from the race, right? And we are so proud of them. But we know one day we will have a Tiger Woods out of these kids, for sure. And that's the whole idea, because we will, from next year, we'll take them through international tournaments. We'll take them through international, where they will be able to mix and compete with people from all over the world. And hopefully the scouts will come and pick them, because there's a lot of sponsorship. When you perform very well in sports, your opportunity of getting sponsorships are very, very high, which will take you to another level. Tomorrow we will have these kids at the top of the world.
Thank you very, very much, indeed. George, based on what Mr. Ratos has spoken about, let's look at the talent that you've seen today. You know, there are those who want to try for the first time, then realize that, oops, I have the talent, I can do it. And some of these great elite athletes started off that way, not knowing that they had the talent. Have you seen some talent that, if properly groomed, can definitely become world beaters?
Yes, what we did with the children initially, the very first time, as James says, the very first time we had an orientation with the athletes, especially those young ones from Marurui. And what we did, we had to sieve and get the best from them, and we got the 30. Out of the 30, we have already tapped the talent in them and seen there are some of them very soon we are going to see them at an international arena at their age. And it's not going to be long. In 2 years' time, I'm sure we'll get them there.
I mean, when you look at that talent, George, clearly we can get what it takes, and for sure, going into the future, you can get some talent out of it. And I know Athletics Kenya with Barnaba Korir and the rest of the team would be working in terms of just identifying talent going out there. And it's also interesting to note that when the Nairobi team, and many are asking, Nairobi team goes for cross country and you still beat other regions.
Yes.
Many are asking what the secret is. Maybe the secret is the likes of Windsor, who are coming up with these small areas where people can run, very, very conducive atmosphere. Mr. Ratos, are we likely to see this as an annual event, or it was just a once-off?
No. Like I said, not annual, but maybe we'll do 3 in a year. Annual is too long for such short races. while the iron is still hot,
yes,
we want to strike.
Yes.
So most probably we'll do 3, because it wasn't difficult to organize this event. So I'm sure we can manage 3, and then we'll make it more and more exciting. And we want everybody to come. I'm sure our numbers are going to get bigger and bigger after today's event. The people had a really good experience, and they loved the forest. They really loved the forest. You know, when you run out there, there's no pollution, fresh air. You come out of it feeling so much re-energized. So we'll definitely do a minimum of 3 in a year.
At 3.
Oh,
but
yes.
let me assure you one thing.
Yes.
George and the rest of the team can decide to make it as friendly, the course.
Yeah.
but when they decide to make it difficult, they can really make it very challenging, like they do for cross-country, John.
Yes.
Did you see, within the forest, areas that you can as well maybe improve with the aid of Mr. Ratos and the entire Windsor team that can also just one time just throw in the elite athletes into that to prepare them for major championships?
Yes, actually, even the very first time I went into that terrain, I mentioned it to the director, Mr. Francis Michuki, and also James. And I talked to them, I told them, this terrain is good for elites. And so we can be able to bring them in and they can train here, especially in preparation for the international cross-country meets. That one is definitely one of the best courses. I think it will match Kigali, it will match Iten and the like.
Oh, interesting indeed, because elite athletes always start from somewhere. Mr. Ratos, we are looking at a situation where, as we look at all that we are doing, a lot seems to be coming out, and many are now seeing the opportunity that Windsor can offer. There is so much then that Windsor can offer, not just the track. You've mentioned different sports, you've mentioned beach volleyball, which would be a first, within Nairobi. It looks like Windsor has a lot to offer.
And not forgetting our swimming pool.
Oh,
and not forgetting our swimming pool. And like George was saying, when we bring the athletes to train with us, we can do they will have access to our very state-of-the-art gym, swimming pool, which opens very early in the morning, so you can do your swimming and go and run. You start at 4 o'clock in the morning. The gym is also open at 4 o'clock in the morning. And after that, you can go do your run. So you get a best of so many.
And as you get your best so many, you've not even mentioned the saunas.
That's the chill down.
That's the chill down. After a very long working session, you have somewhere you can chill on.
Exactly.
So much to talk about. George,
Yes.
how do we now work with other stakeholders? Mr. Ratos has already given us an opportunity. He's talking of about 3 per year, or even if they can do it quarterly. As you do this would mean that you would be keeping in touch with them to just see on how you can keep improving it so that you up the numbers. I'll be engaging Ratos shortly to just find out how do we popularize it now to attract more. But for you, the job is well cut out in terms of improving and making sure it's even better going into the next from an Athletics Kenya point.
Abid, this place, Windsor, is home for me. I was born and brought up within that terrain, that same place. So that's hope. I am the chairman of sub-county of Kasarani within Nairobi. So that's still my place. At the moment, if we talk about the kind of interactions that we need to have with Windsor, it's already there. Because since I'm at home, there's nothing impossible. And I can assure you, the administration of Windsor is ready to work with Athletics Kenya. They are passionate about athletics and all sports that they want to integrate into the golfing that they already have. So since they have already acknowledged, and you can see from today's event, it's the first one of its kind that has taken place there. And so I'm sure they'll be able to walk this journey with us, and they'll agree with us that this is the way to go. They are even prepared to host big teams if they have to participate and take part in international events. They are ready to host them and accommodate them, train in their own terrain, and go for big competitions. That one is an assurance that James and Francis Michuki, the director, have given me.
Thank
so
you.
it's
Thank
something
you.
good.
Thank you very much, and well put getting that management support from Windsor. Mr. Ratos, as we wind up in less than a minute, I know the last time I tried golf, you know, I was invited and I took a golf club. You know, it was a competition and I had the longest drive. Unfortunately, I've never been to a golf course again. Your parting shot?
No, we want to welcome Nairobians to come and experience Windsor. You know, there was this notion that Windsor is a members club only. We want to tell Kenyans Windsor is open to the public. Please come enjoy our facilities, be it golf, swimming, gym, the tennis courts, the squash courts. Please come. We will welcome you with our open arms and our warmth. And we look forward to hosting each and every one of you. And please come back and let's try that shot again.
I will.
Thank
you
you
very much. Thank
Yeah,
you very
thank you
much
very
for the
much.
welcome, and I'll try, you know, to come for the same. Thank you very much, Mr. Ratos, for making time to be with us, and congratulations on your inaugural Windsor Mini Marathon, and looking forward to the next.
We thank you for hosting us.
Karibu sana. Mr. Karaoke, as usual, thank you very much for coming back home and talking to us more about athletics and supporting such initiatives.
Thank you.
Well, it's at this point that we thank all of you for having made time to be with us this afternoon. We want to thank you on behalf of the director, the producer, the transmission controller, the cameraman, the camera ladies, the sound technicians, and the designers. We want to say thank you very much for having kept us company. From me, as I always say, kuonana kesho ni majaliwa yake Mwenyezi Mungu. Keep it KBC Channel 1 for our news updates, and of course sports news for subsequent you know, updates on what's been going on around the field. Enjoy and keep it KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner. We are glad you're watching.